Ah, screw it. I'm just gonna play it all. I think this is the last 2 chapters or 3. Lynn kept her promise about sending me. Wow. Lynn kept her promise about getting me hooked up. About 2 hours before dawn, the phone. Hello? This is Joe. Cecil, are you listening? We need your powers. No time to talk, but we'll be waiting for you. Excuse me. Well, you better get going. This long night is drawing to an end. Yeah, looks like it. Thank you for all your help tonight. I'm the one who should be thanking you. At the other end of the line, finally going to find all my answers. I better get going. Single telephone line connects me and the other Cecil, but that single line spreads out like a spider to ensnare the fates of many people. And I just reached the center of the web. Welcome to Noah. Detective Joe. My detective senses must have gotten rusty. I didn't even sense your presence in the dark. It's because I switched the power to my mask off. Detective Jode. I used your phone, hope you don't mind. Yeah, never thought you'd track us here, especially seeing as you're a death row inmate. I'm equally surprised about your choice of transportation, a submarine, eh? But how did you find us, my man? Not even the police knew where the Noah was going to surface, confounded. We detectives have a little saying. If there's something you want to know about a quick case, ask the criminals. The bullet the man in red was shot with had a radio transmitter in it. Have a little something for you. Cabanella has given me some pretty weird presents in the past, but they always proved useful. This one was a radio receiver made to look like a pocket watch. Yes, Inspector Cabanella. I hear he's an excellent investigator. By the way, where's that man in red? I know he's on this submarine somewhere. Cecil, you mean? You can relax. That's nothing but his shell. Shell, eh? Spirit isn't there right now. most likely right about now, he's controlling your daughter. Please, I beg you, let my daughter go. You need a hostage? Take me. Just please let her go. Bah. Something our nation needs. Sizzle has it. It's all we care about. A man, nothing else matters. However, it would appear Sizzle has underestimated us. He's left behind his precious bargaining chip here. Bargaining chip? Our nation has already researched it. This product that Sizzle has to offer. Source of his power. When the world was that? The Temsic fragment. It gives the spirits special powers. And now our deal with Cecil is concluded. As far as we're concerned. What are you talking about? What a mistake to make right at the most critical moment. Now then, Detective Jode. Farewell. It's a little ridiculous. What in the world? The whole room just vanished. What now? I heard an explosion somewhere. In any case, Lynn. And the little lady should be here somewhere. Smell danger. Better to find them fast. Both of us is here. So you're here, huh? It's Missile! What do you suppose that shock was a minute ago was? I have no idea, of course. I'm just a sheltered apartment dog. But with my loss of memory, I can't say much. I'm much better. You think your trusty nose can sniff them out? Give me a second. My eyes. There's something in my eye. Mostly. Boy. But you do have the ability to swap objects. So let's go find that little detective. That lady detective and that little lady together. Telephone ringing. Wow. Wow. Miss Camilla, I just know it. My trusty nose is particularly screaming at me. Okay. Oh. Sorry, I'm going to be making a lot of lip noises. It's going to be terrible. I think I just heard another little explosion in the distance. Got a bad feeling about this. Just look. The black. Hello. It came off the hook. Uh-oh. The bears are share it fast. Hello? Is anybody there? It's her, the little lady. It's Cecil. Where are you? Somebody please answer. Guess you can't hear my voice. Ah, great. This is dead again. It's no use. Nobody's answering. This is Camila. And... Ooh. Miss Lynn. Oh, poor Miss Lynn. Sorry to keep you waiting, little lady. Sissy, I knew you would come. Did you just wish you could just hug a dog like that? Just cuddle it. Alright. I wish I had a pet. So that was you, wasn't it, Missile? You're the one who saved me in the park tonight. Thank you. I'm so glad I was born your little doggy. Could you stay here and watch over your mistress for a while? Huh? Don't you need my powers? I'll see what I can do on my own for a while. After all, you're the only one who can protect her. Okay, I'll do it. Why is she so happy about this? Oh, Cecil, you're here. Lynn, what in the world happened here? I don't know. Huh? I just blacked out all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't know in that case. Well, where's Detective Joe? Is he alright? Don't know about that. The room he was in just disappeared all of a sudden. Now it's all making even less sense than before. After we left Super's office, we followed after the man in red. Tracked him with that radio transmitter, and Inspector Cabanella fired into him a bullet. The man in red took a boat out to the sea. From a small harbor on the edge of town, that Detective Joe and I managed to secretly stow away in his boat. And then we sneaked onto the submarine with him when it surfaced. How did they secretly him? Before long, the submarine dove back down again. Here, Joe and I decided to split up. And he would take care of the telephone line, and I would look for Camila. I found Camila hiding here in the engine room. She had escaped and run away here. Well, that's quite an adventure. What happened next? I don't know. Huh? There was a flash of light. All of a sudden, next thing I know, I was dead. Oh, sounds like it'll be quicker to see for myself. Camila, are you okay? Hello, Lynn. She's a detective now. It's been 10 years since we last met. Are you really that man from the park 10 years ago? Well, I see there's no need to introduce myself. Give Camilla back. She has nothing to do with any of this. Afraid I can't do that. It's my last chance. Phone is ringing. It's not for me. Nobody ever calls the dead. The fact that you're here means that my revenge plan has failed. Revenge plan? It didn't happen tonight, did it? His execution? Well, knowing him, I have expected as much. That's why I was waiting here like this, waiting for him to show up. When it would be just what he wanted, to be executed by his own daughter. I heard about 10 years ago. I feel sorry about what happened. But revenge? Nobody could possibly know what I've done. What? In the world, an explosion? Uh-oh, I've got a bad feeling about this. If I had been had, yes, you have. Revenge, huh? It's a feeling I just can't understand. Of course not, you're not him. Right, I'm not him, am I? Who's going to shoot Detective Joe? It's Camilla when he came to rescue her. Just too hard. Anyway, let's bring you back to life again. You didn't have to add the again part. If anybody's still there, get it yourself here. On the double, we're about to head out. Speak up, why don't you answer? Anyway, come in if you're coming, we're leaving. Okay. Well, it's true, one of us is resting in peace. Hmm. Oh, the henchmen are all in there. That's very funny. Yes, sir. The whole room just disappeared. Oh, really? I bet Detective Jude can take care of himself. The main thing right now is rescuing you, the little lady. I believe this is happening. Man, that's clutch. What is a mouse doing in there? Hey, get it. The weight, I know. Let me do the work. It's not what I want. There we go. I wonder if actual missiles have stuff like this, where there's a button that it can be pushed to become a dud. Oh. Still going to crash into into it. Oh, right. I forgot about this. I should be reading it, but oh, water is seeping in through the hole where the torpedo is. I've got to get them out of here. I'd better go meet Lynn. I was muted again. Jesus Christ. I'm terrible today. Absolutely terrible. But Cecil, he's here. I'm glad you're here, Cecil. Sorry for the wait. It looks like this room is gonna fill up fast. You better get out of that door as quickly as possible. We won't be getting out that door, I'm afraid. The water pressure is too great. Already, I can't open it. What? What does water pressure mean? Think of it as the force of the water holding the door closed. The water level keeps getting higher and higher in there. So the only way out of here is up. Ah, exactly. Okay, got it. Looks like let's look for a path that goes up. Hey, look. That ladder. I wonder if we can get it down somehow. Good idea. Let's give it a try. Oh, by the way, you can't swim. Neither can Camilla. Don't you have any good news for me? Let me think about it. In the meantime, could you hurry up, please? You did it, Cecil. Thanks. Wow, that's a little dangerous. What's that? It looks like the water seeping in isn't the only thing we have to worry about. Huh? So the flashlight doesn't work anymore. Hey, don't get mad at me. Maybe the contacts are bad or something. Hey, I know. You can fix it with your powers. Okay, that's taking things. Oh, hey, great. Did you use to be an electrician in your past life or something? That's a cool question considering the circumstances. Now all we have to do is get that door and we're safe. You wish. What happened now? It's like the whole looks like the submarine decided to rear up on its hind legs. I can't believe it. We're still okay after that fall. By the way, either we're really lucky or we're dead and we just haven't realized it. Come on now. As if the latter could be true. Well, I think I see a familiar flame over there. Yeah, he only comes out when he's needed. There you are. How's it going? How's it going? I'd say it was going pretty bad. You do understand how dangerous this situation is, don't you? Of course. After all, just ask anybody who knows me how much I hate taking baths. Okay, ready to create a path for these little ladies? Yes. You better hurry. I don't think the water's going to wait for you. Wow, instant flooding. Hmm. Use box. Monitor. Telephone. There. How do you like? How does that look? It's great. All that horrible steam is cleared out of the way. I yell at you when you're so sweet about it. Right? Now this is what I'm talking about. So I can't do it. Open it. Hurry. Is there any way to ask for something? It's no use. Can't budge it. Must be stuck. Oh no. Wow. What just happened? Can't believe my eyes. Lynn and the little lady suddenly vanished, leaving only darkness to see water. Submarine continues to sink. Yeah, sink down into the deep sea. But I still want to try and make my way out as far as possible. Still want to head up to find a single ray of light. Light to eliminate the truth. Bottom of the darkness. Bum, 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 bum. 2 more chapters. Also finish it. The upended submarine continued to sink slowly, but surely. A long, long journey to the bottom of the sea. Lynn and the little lady found the darkness and the salt water closing in on them, but at the very last second, something saved them. Now it looks down at them quietly. My head is filled with one giant question. What in the world is this thing? I see you managed to survive, Detective. You're... Excuse my appearance. I seem to have lost my body. Oh, and you there. The ghost who's been saving Lynn all evening, aren't you? You knew about me? Of course! What else would explain all these unnatural things happening? You knew, how come you didn't do anything about it all this time? How come you decided to save us all of a sudden? I thought you wanted to get revenge on us. I don't really know. Please, you gotta tell me. I need to know. Who in the world are you? Sissel? Look at you. What happened? Can't hold on to that image of myself any longer. Can't remember who you are. That's right. Came all this way tonight trying to chase down my lost memory. For quite a while. Quite a bit tonight. Thought I was you, Sissel. Sissel? My name isn't Sissel. I bet you'll remember real soon who you really are. Who you are and who I am too. What? The man in front of me is not me. I'm even further away from the truth. Or maybe not. Something is stirring in my mind. A memory about the two merged. Do I know this man? Now that I've shed my images of myself, I feel like I'm one step closer to the truth. You got us good. It's all over for the submarine. The engine room is destroyed. There's a hole in the hull that is sinking as we speak. What are you doing here? I thought you had a deal with those people. You betrayed me. I was fooled to trust them. They already have what they wanted now. Crimson fragment. I didn't know they had it all figured out. You mean they figured out the source of your powers? Yeah. The meteorite's radiation has two effects on living creatures. It gives power and time. If you don't mind, I'd like to hear more. These 10 years, I've been watching that junkyard superintendent do his research. And I think I've kind of got some of it figured out. The meteorite's radiation gives spirits special power. Possessing and manipulating objects. In my case, swapping objects. Exactly. Apparently, there are individual differences in the powers we get. It seems these powers change as time. You? Yeah. My powers have changed over these past 10 years. At first, I could only manipulate small living creatures. Now, then, how do you suppose we got these powers? Simple. It is? How then? In a nutshell, we died while exposed to the energy emitted by the meteorite. It's radiation. That's what does it? Dying? While being exposed to the radiation? On that day 10 years ago. A fragment of that meteorite pierced my heart. And of course, I received special power. Hey, wait a minute. Is that how I got my powers too? You know, you might be right. Aren't the 10 sick remnants still right there in that park at the bottom of the crater? You're right. So that must mean I must have died in the presence of the meteorite's radiation too. Another effect the meteorite's radiation has on us is that it gives us time. Again, I think this time effect is centered around the theme of death. But it's not all that clear. So the fact that I can return to 4 minutes before a person's death is another effect of the meteorite. One of the characteristics of that meteorite is its ability to replay the moment of death. Like, this is all so strange and confusing. I can't take it all. Makes about much sense to me as anything else. Yeah, strange and confusing. It just about sums up the object that pierced my body. Next to that meteorite fragment, my very existence is a contradiction. What do you mean? That day when the meat fragment pierced my heart, I lost my life. However, because it remained inside of me, the fragment continued to constantly regenerate my body. In other words, my body was continuously cycling between moments that separated my life and death. What? My body vital functions stopped 10 years ago, but my body's time is perpetually stopped at the moment just before death. Time just stopped, huh? So I just simply existed, not really alive, not really dead. That pretty much sums up these 10 years for me ever since that incident in the park. My body hasn't aged a day, my hair hasn't grown an inch. So I guess as soon as an incision was made, his body would be regenerated. Wow. Before I left this country, I want to do one thing. I want to get revenge on the people who stole our lives. As part of the deal, I made those guys promises to cooperate. You mean kidnapping? It all went fine. I manipulated the justice minister, made him issue the execution order, but I thought he might call off the execution at last second. That's why he wanted to kidnap his daughter. But they kidnapped the wrong girl. Little did I know. They had their own reasons for cooperating with me. Their objective was to wipe out everybody who had to do with Tenzo. Detective Jode was one such person, so they were happy to cooperate. Inspector Cabanella, that junkyard super. They were slated to be wiped out too. And as it turns out, I was one of their targets as well. They stole Timzik fragment, and here I am. But they had one more final target. You, detective. Me? One final target. You weren't there in that park. If you weren't there in that park that day 10 years ago, I never would have thought of doing something as stupid as taking a hostage. Oh, okay. But it was just a little kid playing in the park. Yeah, I know. Huh? "10 years later, you become a detective looking into Joe's case, and I invited you to a quiet spot on the edge of town. It was a traveling city. I told you who I was. You never saw my face that day 10 years ago, so of course you didn't recognize me. I took possession of you to make you shoot. Your subconsciousness resisted me such incredible power. Such incredible power. It was the first time I wasn't able to control somebody completely. The aim was off. The first shot missed. The junkyard was equipped with security cameras. I needed you to be wanted for murder. That was my plan anyway. But they had other ideas. They simply wanted you wiped out. But then, something threw a big monkey wrench into their scheme. I showed up. I was supposed to meet up with them after that. But then something went wrong. Oh, the body disappeared. Ah, the inspector in white was responsible for that. My precious bargaining chip was in that body. I had to get it back no matter what. The inspector caused me no end of trouble. But why were those people targeting me? I never even heard of the Temzik meteorite. Because you were looking into Jode's case. They thought you would find out about Temzik sooner or later. That's pretty much the whole story. The only thing left to do now is wait for the water pressure to crush this submarine. Oh no. There are no cores that link from here to the water surface. I have an idea. We hook up the phone line and there are no communication cables down this deep. They're meant for this submarine to be my coffin. Coffin for the dead. There's no escape. I think I can understand now what you've been feeling these 10 years. What? This feeling cut off from this world, all alone in the submarine, sinking slowly toward the bottom of the endless sea. This must be how you felt all along. Lynn? Camila? Is it true we're stuck here? Oh, what? If my dad was here, I bet he'd save us. Oh, Camila, I'm sorry. There's something I don't understand. Why would they go to all the trouble of detaching the control room? What? Why didn't they just steal the Thames fragment and escape if that's what they wanted? Why did they have to jettison your body off into the sea? That's a good question. But I guess it doesn't matter why now. Well, we'll never find it again. We have no idea where it was launched to. Wait a minute. Yes, we do. This will tell us where Detective Jode is. That present from the inspector in white. That's right. Detective Jode told me to hold on to it for him. The bullet is still in this person's body. In the command room, right? Then we should be able to tell exactly where it is with this except. But even they're gonna use a missile. Right. And wait a minute. What about a torpedo? In any case, it's way too early to give up now. Come on, let's get started. Oh, I don't know about RAM. Well, we don't want to blow up Detective Jode. But something like that. We'll climb up to the torpedo room. Up is definitely safer. I'll see you there then. Excuse me. Here we go. That torpedo looks something's odd. What is it? Command room is looks like it's still slowly sinking. Sinking? Yeah. Completely run out of power. I don't know, but I guess I'll find out. Right, okay. Hop into the missile. I'll launch it for you. There's always a what if. Even I can understand that. I couldn't stand that. I just know you and Sissy can make something happen. I believe in you. I'll be right here waiting for you. We'll see each other then, don't we? You never found out who you really are, but that doesn't matter now. All I know is that I'm truly glad I met you tonight. Thank you for everything. And I'm glad I met you, Detective. But we're going to see each other again, right, Sissy? Right, Missile? That's right, we promised, little lady. Of course we will. I'll never forget you, no matter what happens. Here goes, then. Can't wait for the actual ending. It's been so good. I really need to replay Final Fantasy 9 and stuff. That would be great. These 12 seconds are lasting an eternity. Strive to think of a way to save Lynn and the little lady the whole time. But how can a ray of light of hope reach this far down into the deep sea? Okay, yeah. No 7. Detective Jode! But that big masked man did it. No. You didn't do anything, you better not. You might break your teeth. Command room has lost its power. This is sinking. I wonder what this masked man is going to do. Going to do nothing. Sorry for the wait, Jode. Who are you? Oh, Sissel. Please excuse my appearance. Can't believe you made it here. How's Camilla? No. What about Lynn? Well, it's kind of a long story. So the submarine is badly damaged, why would he do that to his own submarine? I wish I knew. I know the answer to that one. Because he's afraid of my powers. You? You followed us? I didn't even notice. It's been 10 long years, Detective Jode. Are you Yomiel? Yomiel. So you remember me, do you? How could I possibly forget? So that's your real name, huh, Yomiel? That's right. Those people on Yonoa calling you Sissel. That's just an alias I was using for my deal with them. I didn't see any need to tell them my real name. Could you do me a favor? Would you let me ask you some questions? I'm trying to find out my true identity all night. Sure, go ahead. I'm sure there's plenty we can tell you. Right, Detective Jode? Right. "10 years ago, you were a top systems engineer, weren't you?" Systems engineer? What's that? By the way, I'm a top Pomeranian. Well, it's kind of hard to explain to a dog, but it's a person who's good at using computers. I don't mean to brag, but I was one of the best in the industry. That's how I got roped into joining that project. What project? What project? It was a project aimed at reorganizing the nation's top secret information. The goal was to build a new system using multi-dimensional programming theories. What is this? Multiverse? I was asked to join the project by an agent of the government. It doesn't sound like a top Pomeranian would know anything about that. To me, it just sounded like another challenging job. However, this project was also the target of a top secret plot. But you can imagine the kind of crime the nation top secrets might attract. I never thought for the life of me I'd ever have to deal with spies. It was never made public, but every organization in the country moved on this one. Then one day, the name of a certain programmer emerged as a suspect. I was the guy who built the core of the system. Police arrested you, and then that incident happened. By the way, Detective Jode, when was it that I was proven innocent? About 6 months after your death? Sorry, Yomiel. 10 years ago. My soul was split from my body. I lost everything. I was sealed in eternal darkness. I existed in this world, no question about it. But nobody noticed my presence. What good were my powers? They didn't help anybody. Not even the passage of time healed my pain. In fact, it only made it worse. I wanted to disappear, but I wasn't even allowed to do it. The way Lynn described it is exactly right. Sinking slowly toward the bottom of an endless sea. An overwhelming feeling of loneliness and despair. I wanted all of you to suffer what I was suffering. And so that's why you murdered Alma. That's right. I wanted you to know what it was like to lose everything you cared about. I wanted you to feel the same way. What? It was a twisted wish of a mind poisoned by infinite loneliness. And then I was plotting my revenge. I had an idea. Came up with a plan to use these powers of mine to make a deal. Something I just don't understand about that. Sure, your powers would be very valuable to them, but what would you get? A new life? I asked them for two conditions. Number one was that they helped me with my revenge plot. Second was rebirth. Or a new beginning, eh? I didn't care if it was a fake life, an artificial life. I just wanted a physical receptacle for my soul, a name, an identity, an everyday life. I wanted to grow old in a society that would accept me. Finally, I wanted to die surrounded by a loving family. It's the kind of life I asked them for. Completely man-made life. That's right. I knew I couldn't hope for anything more than that. To make it all come true, I knew it would take a lot of money and a lot of power. So I decided to ask a national government help. Their response in the end was betrayal. They were making their moves much more carefully than I suspected. They sent spies to this country, researched my powers on their own, and they figured out what Temzik was all about. You had no idea they were doing all this? Not at all. I was a fool. Why did they go to all the trouble of making a deal with you? Why didn't they just steal a hunk of Temzik, meteorite from the park? They couldn't, huh? After the manipulators incident, research was conducted in this country too. A report was submitted to the government about the source of the manipulators' power. By Inspector Cabanella, the old pigeon guy, eh? At first, the government didn't believe the report. But then they decided to put the park under surveillance just in case. Surveillance, eh? It just looks like an ordinary peaceful park, but there are armed agents there at all times. Don't tell me that. No, I know. Just plain old person. Plain old odd person. The park is a silent battlefield on an international scale. So that's why they couldn't steal Temzik meteorite. And lately, under the pretense of building a housing site, they've been working on a plan to destroy that park in order to secure Temzik. So that's it, right? So the upshot of your grand deal was this. Yeah, it's the ending I deserve. But at least there's one thing you must be happy. What's that? You managed to seal me away at the bottom of the sea forever. Well, can we get started? Started with what? Bring Detective Joe back to life, of course. What? What good will that do now? Well, we promised. We promised Lynn and Miss Camilla we'd save them. We can't do that without you, Detective Joe. Been guided by fate tonight to this place. I won't give up now. Alright, fine. Let's see where it leads us. Here we go then. Back to 4 minutes before. Meow 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 meow. So, where are we headed? We are not headed anywhere, Detective. What? There was only enough fuel on board to launch us away. We will run out soon. But that will be our destination. What are you talking about? That would mean you're trapped here too. By the way, I'm not human, detective. Didn't see that coming. I am a remote-controlled robot. What? Your country's use of technology is just plain off. We get that a lot, detective. Why would you go to all this trouble to do this? It's nothing but a shell. There's hardly a threat anymore. Commander Sith likes to provide against any possibility, no matter what. Small, detective. Possibility? What are you talking about? There's no need for you to know. Wow. Now it is time to say goodbye, detective. In the end, your fate remains the same, seems. Camilla, forgive me. Camilla. Remember what, Big Mass? Any possibility, no matter how small. Possibility. In other words, there must be a chance somewhere here. Somewhere. The possibility of turning this situation around. Huh? What is it, detective? Look at Yomiel's shell. There is no aura emanating from his body. Of course there isn't. Temsic fragment is gone. Could this change the shell as some kind of lead? Yes! I figured it out. I know what this possibility, no matter how small, is. That they are afraid of. What is it? My time is perpetually stopped thanks to the power of Temsic. Ah. Exactly. What does that mean? I get it. Your body won't come back to life anymore. The moment Temsic fragment was removed, my shell became a regular corpse. So let's see. That means we can go back to 4 minutes before your death. Wait. When is that death? That's simple. We'll find out. When we get there, let's move. The ending is near, and here comes the final puzzle. Thank you for enjoying the ride, and once this is done, I am going to bed. I fell back through the cracks of time, what seemed like forever, and then I saw it. Final death, the end of this long night. Who exactly am I? I've already seen all the clues. All I have to do now is remember. The final journey to the truth starts now. Chapter 18. Oof, it's almost dawn. Quite literally in real life. When was Yomiel's death? It was 10 years ago when Temsic meteorite fell. Traveled back through time and now we're here. The scene of that death. The start of it all is about to replay itself. Dun, 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 dun. Keep it up. Do you really think you can outrun me? Now, just calm down. Drop that weapon. Stay back. If you come any closer, shoot her. Aww. Huh? Oh, kitten? Shoot. You might get hurt. You're alright now. Are you hurt? Oh, you got a small lean. You saved me, mister? I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones who saved you. What's your job, mister? Me? I'm a police detective. So that's the Temzik meteorite, eh? It's beautiful, looking at an angle from this angle. Changed all of our fates completely. Can't stop Temzik from falling from the sky, but we might be able to protect you from that fragment and save your life. I don't know. What's the matter, Detective Jode? To be perfectly honest, I'm scared. If that meteorite fragment doesn't get him, I'm pretty sure I would have shot him. You might not be able to change your fate of dying. I can accept that. What I did is inexcusable. No matter how the future might change, that fact will never go away. If my fate is to die here, then I accept that. This will be our last battle against fate. Beyond that will be a new future. Okay. Let's get started. What? Oh, man. Sorry, I wasn't thinking. It startled her. That was important. but it hasn't been broken yet. Really is a wonder it hasn't snapped. This might hold out for a little longer. Yeah. I think that's it. There. How's that? Look, the fragment's off course. It changed. Now Yomiel's fate should really change. Wait a minute. Take another look at the fragment's trajectory. Joe, down the gun. Don't. You're gonna shoot him. There we go. So it was this. Oh my god, that hurts. That's not true. The fate of getting pierced through the back might not have changed, but I'm still alive. I'm not dead, I'm just unconscious. Okay? So your fate of death has changed, but still. Oh. I don't know why. I could feel that. As long as I'm alive, that's good enough for me. But we're here. But we were overlooking one thing. The wheel of fate was still low, slowly turning. Oh, I need the potato. Arg. Those few seconds were exactly what I wanted. It's my turn. Your turn. You know what my power is, right? I can manipulate living creatures. Wait a minute, you mean? That's right. I'm going to save that little girl. Save her by manipulating my own unconscious body. Ooh. Ah, you're awake. Hey, mister, is your knee okay? Huh? Oh, it'll be fine. It's just a scrape. I used to be a detective until I took a meteor to the knee. I'm lucky. It wasn't a fatal hit. The main thing is that you're not hurt. Save me, mister. I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones who saved you. What's your job, mister? Me? I'm a police detective. It's such a good story. Do you think you could call the police for me? I think you could do it quicker than I can. But this is detective's badge. We give them to children who've been very brave. Detective's badge? Okay, you know what to do, little detective. Oh, I want to read. I'll have Detective Conan now. Are you alive? Yeah, sadly. Hang on, hope it's coming. What made you do such a reckless thing? To be perfectly honest, I don't really know. When I came to, my body was already moving all by itself. It was as if somebody else was controlling me. See. But you know, I'm glad it happened. Oh no, Kitty. Oh, God. Fine. Come to think of it, I just saw it a few minutes ago. It's probably a stray. Kind of limp. Is it okay? I don't know. I think it's unconscious. That's funny. It doesn't look like it's injured or anything. Poor little kitty. How about if I take it to my house and look after it? Would you like to come home with me, little kitten? I want a cat. I really do. I love cats. Well, it looks like his fate just changed in a big way. Whose fate? A kitten, of course. Sissel's. Sissel? These long, lonely 10 years, you were my only friend. How about it? Do you remember now? Old friend? I think I finally remembered. 10 years ago, I was a little kid that wandered into this park. I was weak and all alone in the world. Somebody, please look at me. Huh? Oh, kid? Shoot, you might get hurt. Somebody, please reach your hand out. I had just only died at that time. I had lost everything. My life, my memory. My body wouldn't move anymore, but I still managed to reach out my hand to him. Next thing I knew, my soul had transferred to the black kitten. No recollection of who I was. I lived as a cat with you for a while. After a while, the man gained his memory and went back to being just a cat. Then the man got his body back. Took my body back from the morgue. It was somebody who just had to go see. Just one more time. Took control of my body and hurried to her house. But it was a little too late. I had just missed her. She left this world. She left me a note that said, "I'm coming to you, Yomiel." The man named me Cecil. It was the name of something important he had lost, along with his life, his fiancée. Told me about it once, but I didn't understand what it was. Those 10 years were very happy for me. They weren't happy for the man. There was nothing I could do. 10 years I wandered through the darkness with no particular place to go. And as time passed, my powers gradually changed. At first, I could manipulate small creatures and objects, but then after a while, I could manipulate people. That's when the darkness inside me deepened, and I started to get a little twisted. I wanted light. Distorted artificial light. When I got my revenge on them, I would see that light, or at least that's what I tried to believe. It just sunk deeper. I left my old self buried in that junkyard and walked away. Black cat. Oh, I was possessing Cecil then. It wouldn't look very much like a murder if the corpse got up and walked away after all. So you borrowed the body of your old friend. Cecil was inside that bag I was carrying tonight. I had no intention of leaving my friend behind inside when I left. But then, when I went to possess his body, I realized something horrible. What was that? Still there inside the bag was dead. What? I wasn't able to control her completely. First bullet didn't hit anything, or so I thought. But it did hit something, didn't it? It's Sissel inside that bag. Yes, that's when I lost my life. Right there in the presence of Temsic radiation. And that's when I got my powers. The dead. My ghost. I think I understand now why I was the only one who couldn't get his memory back. It was because I thought that corpse was me. It was the only corpse I could see at the time, after all. But as it turns out, it wasn't the only one dead body. My true death was hiding just behind the corpse. Now that I think about it, do you remember what you said? That you knew all along about saving Lynn tonight? You knew why. Didn't you just try to stop me? It's simple. Because I couldn't. Even if I wanted to. Huh? Why not? Remember the thing about individual differences in the powers we get? I can control all kinds of things from living to the dead. But even so, there are some things that you can do that I can't. You mean, I can't even rewind time, let alone change the fate of a death. If I could do those things, I would have saved your life. That, I never would have just let my fiancé stay dead like that. But you're here, 10 years in the past now. It's thanks to your power. I just tagged along with you. In any case, now the starting point of this entire tragedy has changed dramatically, altering fate. The fate of your death, the kitten Sissel's fate, and I can just bet you, the fate of the woman love has changed too. Yes, I believe you're right. But this was the last fate to be averted, eh? It's literally Phoenix, right? So Yomiel, it looks like your plan for revenge ended in failure. Yes, and I'm glad too. I think I kind of understand what you've been feeling these 10 years. You understood, you shed tears for me. It's when my revenge was already over. Save me from the darkness. Well, I guess it's time we got back. And you 10 years later. It's just born. Right. We should get back to our new present. Can't wait to see Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla again. But these past 10 years will now all vanish. Well, not completely. The memories of all of us here will remain, including the memory of what I did my crime. That's the way this game of the dead works, eh? No matter what the reason, there's no denying the fact that I took Lynn hostage and tried to point a gun at her. I have no intention of running away from that either. The most inexcusable crime in my new life. Hey, Sissel. Yes. When we go back, our fates will no longer be interconnected. It will be like we never met. So before that happens, I just wanted to say one thing. Tonight, I stole away your life with my own hands. I'm truly sorry. That's already a thing of the lost past. Their fates have changed now, right, Yomiao? Thank you, sister. I'm so very glad I met you. Me too. So, are we ever going to see each other again? We couldn't stand it if we weren't. Don't worry, Missile. Bet we'll see each other again someday. 10 years from now, or our paths are sure to cross. We'll just have to wait until then. Well, it looks like you come to live with me. Let's be getting home, little black cat. Home, huh? Sounds good, Detective Jode. We all witnessed the birth of a new beginning, and now each going back to our own new present. Said goodbye to the parts of our stories that would be lost, believing that someday our past would all cross again. Wait! Before you go back to a new present, I wanted to thank you. Missile? Before I cease to exist? Oh, it's you. Yes, it is I, Ray, in case you have forgotten again. Thanks to you, everything has turned out as I had hoped. I am really grateful to you, Sissel. Thank you. But don't forget, I was only on a journey to find my own lost memory. Yes, I know that. I know all about you. Can I ask a question, Ray? I want to know, who exactly are you? Fair enough, I'll tell you. Let me tell you about another version of tonight's events. God, there was more. Changed the fates of many people tonight, the first of which was hers. If you had not been there for her tonight, her fate would have been to die in that lonely spot on the outskirts of town. If that had occurred, what do you suppose would have happened? Let me tell you a story. The story of a little creature. After they stole her life that night, they broke into her apartment. Stole the wooden box from the ceiling, a hiding place. In the process, two little dead bodies were left behind. However, the little fellow's spirit lived on. It desperately reached out for his little mistress. And that's when a miracle occurred. What? Look at that, the powers of death. He didn't really understand it. Not yet. But with all you know now, I bet you understand it. Hey, wait a minute. That's right. He died inside the aura of that strange entity. But unfortunately, with the meager powers, he was unable to save his little mistress. There just wasn't anything he could do with only the power to swap objects. The little fellow chased after the men, but there still wasn't anything he could do. In the end, he was left behind with the man in the red, deep sea. And then he went back Him back to the world 10 years before. The moment of the man in red's death. What? He decided to wait it out. He decided to wait until that night. And that's the other version of the story of this night. A story that has taken these 10 years to be. So that was you, huh? That's right, a missile. 10 years is a very long time in the dog years. You can change the fates of these people on your own. Decided to wait those 10 years. Exactly. But then at last, that fateful night rolled it round again. But this time I had grown old. My powers were weak. So I decided I needed to find somebody to this time. Somebody who possessed different powers. But wait, you were able to manipulate that desk lamp. Over the course of the long years, my powers changed. My ability to swap objects weakened, but I became able to manipulate small objects. But in that case, why didn't you cooperate with yourself? Because I couldn't. From watching the man in red, I found out there were individual differences in our power. I couldn't do any of the things he could. Like travel through the telephone lines, for example. It may not seem like much, but it's a very important power, especially if you're trying to chase somebody. But there's something I don't understand. You knew from the very beginning that I had the power. How did you know so much about me? Why wouldn't I? After all, we had met before on that night, the first time around. We what? We met before? From listening to the conversation of the two intruders to the apartments, I learned that Miss Lin had lost her life at the junkyard. I followed the ghost world paths to the junkyard and came upon an incredible scene. Imagine, if you will, there in the darkness, a twisting, swiveling light. I made it first stand on and tell you it was me. So I was shot on that night, first time around as well. You had lost your memory at that time too. You had just died. Felt confused. Declined to cooperate with me. I did what? Just wanted to find my own lost memory. Sorry, but I can't help you. That's what you said. Then you disappeared. Way over the telephone line. I'm really sorry I didn't help you. That's why I decided this time around I would use that desire of yours to our mutual advantage. Mutual advantage? Okay, we get it. The only thing you were interested in was finding your own lost memory. If I could guide you along the right path to doing that, we would both benefit. Namely, the right path would be the path to the man in red to Yomeo. I gave you the information you needed to know set you in the right direction. And then I gave you a time limit. A time limit? That's right. As you know, I said you only had until tomorrow morning. If I hadn't done that, you wouldn't have found out the truth tonight. Man in red would have sealed away at the bottom of the sea forever. If that had happened, it would have all been over. You mean the thing about ceasing to exist? Oh, that completely made up. A little naughty of me, I know. But I just wanted you to use your time wisely. Oh boy. I hate to admit it, but this little doggy here really outsmarted me in every way. Let's just call it the wisdom of age. And now it's time to say farewell. These past 10 years will cease to exist. With them, so will I. Missile, I believed in you. I always knew you could do it. So you did. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Man's best friend. And so the story of a single night came to an end. I made my way back to a new present. Were you surprised? You bet I was. You nearly scared me to death. Yippee, it worked. It's not even my birthday today. It was my mom's birthday, the day before yesterday. I made this surprise for her, but it came out so well I wanted to use it again. That's alright, Lynn. After all, we're celebrating the birth of your new position as a detective, right? Really? Thank you, Detective Jode. Dad, you're home. Hey Camilla, let me introduce you. This is Lynn. He was just assigned to the detective division today. Hi Camilla, it's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Lynn. Congratulations on becoming a detective. Huh? Something wrong? You have one of those badges too. Oh, this, yeah? I have one just like that. My dad just gave it to me the other day. But yours looks a lot older than mine. How long are you going to keep wearing that toy badge, Lynn? What's wrong with it? To me, this is a symbol of a real detective. It's been 10 years since then, hasn't it? Who would have guessed you'd actually become a detective one day? When you gave me this badge, I just knew. I knew it was my destiny somehow. Destiny, eh? And now that I'm a detective, find out where that destiny will lead me. That you will. That you will. Oh, hello. Don't tell me you're the same little kitten. That's right, the very one. You know what? This is a very special cat. He's 10 years old, but he's still a little kitten. Still a kitten? Yep, he never got any bigger or anything. Oh, what a mysterious little fellow. I know, right? His name is Sissel. Sissel. Seems to me I've heard that name somewhere before. think Sissel likes you, Lynn. Alright, everyone, let's start the celebration. Okay. I bet you're just like me. Your destiny led you here somewhere too. Somehow too. And so we meet again, Cecil. And just that single night, as a human, I got a glimpse into their world, and I learned something. Their fates, their lives, they were all interconnected somewhere, somehow, in some way. And now this is my new fate. I guess I really am a cat. Suits me just fine. Curl up and watch. But it looks like I'll have plenty to watch here for quite a while. And that is a great game. If anybody's still around, thank you for watching. And enjoy the credits. Thank you, Capcom, for making the game. And thank you for porting it over to the PC. So thank you for staying with me for the ending of the credits, and good night.